Now, I'd like to invite Professor Saroj Sharma, Chairperson, National School of Open Learning, to share her thoughts. I know she has a meeting with the Minister, so I'll request her to make her presentation. Over to you, ma'am.
First of all, I bow my head to Goddess of Wisdom, Ma Saraswati. Pillars of Indian democracy, bureaucrats, politicians I can't see, academia, member of academia, and also stakeholders of education and skill sector. Warm regards from National Institute of Open Schooling. Organizing team, especially Shivani, you are the person who made us assemble here and discuss over such an enchanting topic. And the topic which I received by you was reinventing education ecosystem for new India, governance, policies, emerging trends, and global best practices. So forgive me, it is not a gender bias because two of the women speakers have already spoken here. I have an important meeting today, so I beg your pardon. So let us focus on the topic which is here, Global Education and Skill Conclave. When we talk about education, what is education? Is every literate person is educated too? This is the first principle of education. I am a professor of education, especially teacher education, and when we come to the class, my first question is always, is every literate person is educated? Osama was having a BTech degree. Was he educated? So globally, education is modification of behavior. And skill in education, after 34 years, with a long wait, national education policy is on the fore. And we are the people who are in the implementation process. And what this policy talks about? This talks about access, equity, quality and skill development. First time in independent India, any policy has talked about skill with values. And my deliberation will be, I won't take much time because many speakers, very learned speakers are here also to put their views. But first time in independent India, any policy has elaborated on skill with values. Quality assurance, skill development and India-centric education. भारत केंद्रित शिक्षा. भारत की 75% जनता गांव में रहती है. There must be connect between industry, academia and policies. Policies with quality, policies with connect. मैं जब बोल रही हूँ यहाँ पे और अगर 70% ऑडियंस फोन पे रहता है, 90% स्पीकर आपस में बात करते हैं, इसका मतलब है कि कोई कनेक्ट की कमी है. एंड हाउ टू ब्रिंग दैट कनेक्ट इन एजुकेशन, इंडस्ट्री एंड पॉलिसीज. Skilling and education policies are not a new thing in India. We are the republic who has given world the first Lichvi Ganarajya in ancient times, and from there democracy is not a new thing for India. Radhakrishnan Commission came in 1949 and it gave recommendation for higher education. In 1952, Mudaliar Commission came, it gave recommendation on secondary and senior secondary education. Kothari Commission was the first education commission. It gave recommendation in every aspect of education, women education, skill education, value education, and technology, medical science, law and legal studies. These were the recommendation of Kothari Commission. That is why it is called Indian Education Commission. New Education Commission was in 1986. And after that, this policy, this education, this is called National Education Policy 2020, has given recommendation, what I am saying, access, equity, quality, and skill development. In 1937 in Wardha, Gandhi ji gave Nai Talim. Recommendation of नई तालीम. The basic education boards were established in different states of India. And what was this नई तालीम? 90% जहाँ पे निरक्षर लोग हों, illiterate हों, there this basic education was needed because education was luxury that time for parents. आप बच्चों को भेजते हैं, there he learns conventional education as well as the skill. This was the concept of Gandhiji's Nai Talim, and in Hindu Swaraj he has very rightly written what kind of India he want to see after 50 years. But आफ्टर 75 years, हम 15 अगस्त को 75 साल के हो जाएंगे, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मनाया जा रहा है. Have we been able to achieve our goals? And again I'll discuss about UNESCO's Sustainable Development Goal. UNESCO ने एक बहुत अच्छी कमेटी बनाई थी, डेलर कमीशन. Deller Commission talked about what kind of education should be there in world. And it talked about 4 pillars of education: learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live together. It also gave recommendation on environmental education, peace education, value education. And after that, Millennium 2020 goals. Millennium 2020 goals, there were 8 goals suggested by UNESCO to achieve all the countries of the world. But alas, हमारी जैसे पंचवर्षीय योजना फेल हुई, वैसे ही Millennium 2020 हम नहीं पा पाए. क्यों नहीं पा पाए? Because there was a lack of connect. जो कनेक्ट अगर मुझ में और आप में नहीं होता है, आप में और मुझ में नहीं होता है, देयर मिलेनियम 2020 गोल फेल्स. एंड आफ्टर दैट यूनेस्को गेव मिलेनियम 2030 गोल्स, एंड एजुकेशन इज इन द 4th part of this millennium 2030 goals. And what national education policy I'm talking about, it is under the ambit of sustainable development goals and UNESCO's millennium 2030 goals. Now I'll come to skill. I am representing here world's largest open schooling system, that is National Institute of Open Schooling. It has mandate, it is one of 2 national boards, one is CBSE and another is ours in an open and distance mode. And not only with Ministry of Education, we have MOU with Ministry of Skill. Jan Shikshan Sansthan. We are training, we are educating 34 lakhs of laborers of unorganized sectors. We have been training 13 lakhs of DLED teachers. So this kind of system is, I'm discussing with you that we have MOU with ITI. We have system of academic credit bank. We have system of transfer of credits. These kind of new things are there. We have World Bank projects in certain tribal areas. Madam, you talked about ASHA workers. We are into certification process of ASHA health workers. So these kind of things. We have Hunar project in Varanasi, the PM's constituency. We are into tribal areas, we are into aviation sector, and we have been given mandate to teach and certify the Agni Veers of Agnipath scheme. So these kind of diverse areas we are looking into, and being into open and distance mode education sector, and also being in the skilling. Recently, NCVT chairman Mr. Kalsi and other 8 members we have launched credit framework, unified credit framework, where the conventional mode of education will be integrated with skill education. So the things are going to be changed. NSQF compliance skill will be part of education sector. So let's hope these kind of paradigm shift will come. But again, my question is, very learned speakers are here and they will elaborate over this. But being an education person, being a professor of academia and also chairperson of one of autonomous body of Government of India, I have certain concern. क्या जो हम इंजीनियर दे रहे हैं वो करप्शन फ्री है? Is the doctor who is into medication process जो चिकित्सा कर रहा है वो करप्ट नहीं है, जो हिप्पोक्रेटिस की शपथ लेता है। हमारे यहाँ चरक सुश्रुत बहुत पहले से है। कोरोना टाइम में वी हैव विटनेस्ड मेनी थिंग्स, बहुत कुछ कालाबाजारी हुई इंजेक्शन से लेके हर चीज में। क्या आपको नहीं लगता उस डॉक्टर में वैल्यू सिस्टम होना चाहिए? द लॉयर, आतंकवादी के लिए भी हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक पहुंच जाते हैं और रात को अदालत खटखटाते हैं। दैट काइंड ऑफ वैल्यू सिस्टम, आर वी एस्टेब्लिशिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ वैल्यू सिस्टम इन आवर स्टूडेंट्स? आर वी प्रोड्यूसिंग सच काइंड ऑफ स्किल्ड पर्सन in the society? And I always believe that education is a service sector and we are nurturing the human race. हम पे जिम्मेदारी है, और अगर हमने इस ह्यूमन रेस को कैरेक्टर के साथ समाज में नहीं दिया तो we will fail as educationists, we will fail as bureaucrat and we will fail as policy makers. So skills with value system, education with character is the dire need in today's scenario, and a happy national education policy talks about it. And as a stakeholder of education sector and as well as skill sector, we have greater responsibility. I request you all, आइए इस मिशन में जुड़े, भारत को आगे ले जाएं। और भारत ने दुनिया पे तलवार से जीत नहीं की है, भारत ज्ञान महाशक्ति बना है, और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का मैंडेट है टू बी अ नॉलेज सुपर पावर। सो लेट्स बी अ नॉलेज सुपर पावर एंड चेरिश these kind of academic conclave. So congratulations APAC आपको इतने अच्छे विषय पे सबको इकट्ठा करने का, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Saroj Sharma, Chairperson, National School of Open Learning. Indeed, the kind of vast work being done by National School of Open Learning. You talked about the data and also talked about the value-based education system. Thank you so much for enlightening all of us on that front.